Loneliness, whether it's a passing feeling or something that's grown deeply embedded, can be one of the hardest emotions to confront.
Have you ever felt that gnawing sense of isolation, even when you're surrounded by people?
You're not alone.
In today's video, we'll talk about why loneliness feels the way it does, and more importantly, what you can do to ease it. From fostering self-compassion to finding real, meaningful connections,
We'll guide you through practical ways to reconnect with yourself and others. So, if you're feeling alone, this video is for you. Let's dive into some powerful tips on tackling loneliness.
Loneliness is a universal experience, yet it can make us feel so isolated.
If you're finding it hard to shake this feeling, don't worry. There are steps you can take to understand and alleviate it.
In this video, we'll break down some simple but effective methods to help you manage loneliness and rebuild a sense of connection. Here is what we'll cover: making friends with yourself, showing compassion,
finding your community, and letting go of the idea of a perfect friend. By the end, you'll have the tools to tackle loneliness with a new perspective. 1. Become friends with yourself first. We often overlook the value of being comfortable in our own company. The truth is, loneliness can sometimes stem from a lack of connection with ourselves. When was the last time you took a moment to unwind and just be with yourself?
Self-care isn't just a buzzword.
It's essential for mental health and can be as simple as dedicating time to activities that genuinely relax you. This might mean setting aside time to take a long, relaxing bath, spending an hour reading your favorite book, or indulging in a hobby you love. Being alone doesn't have to feel lonely. When we consciously engage in activities that center us, we begin to enjoy our own presence.
This can shift how we feel even when we're with others because we carry a sense of inner peace with us. Studies on mindfulness suggest that people who develop a healthy relationship with themselves report less overall loneliness.
So, the next time loneliness hits, try reconnecting with the friend within yourself. 2. Show compassion. When we're feeling lonely, a natural response is to want someone to understand us, to empathize and show kindness.
Interestingly, extending that kindness outward can make a big difference.
Showing compassion, whether it's a simple compliment, a favor, or actively listening, doesn't just help others feel valued. It can also brighten our own day.
In fact, brain imaging studies by Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA show that offering support to others activates brain areas related to stress reduction and reward responses. This simple act of kindness creates a meaningful connection, even in brief interactions, and can help reduce feelings of loneliness. So, next time you're feeling isolated, consider reaching out to someone who could use a friendly gesture. Helping someone in need, joining a volunteer organization, or even catching up with an old friend can spark joy. Make someone else feel valued, and remind you that connections exist in all forms. 3. Find your tribe. Have you ever felt lonely in a crowd, like at a party where you're surrounded by people, yet somehow disconnected?
Loneliness doesn't always stem from physical isolation.
Sometimes it's about not being with the right people. Many of us have friends or acquaintances we get along with, but we might not share similar values, passions, or interests. Finding your tribe can change this. A tribe is a community of people with whom you share genuine interests or values. This doesn't happen overnight, but you can start small. Join a group or online community centered around something you love. If you're a book lover, consider a book club. If you enjoy a specific hobby, find an online group dedicated to it. This way, you're building connections with people who understand you, making it easier to feel understood and less isolated. 4.
Let go of the perfect friend idea. It's easy to fantasize about a perfect friend or group that fits seamlessly into our lives.
However, perfection in relationships is an illusion.
When we're too focused on finding a flawless friend, we might unintentionally distance ourselves from real, human connections.
Perfectionism, as discussed in Lars Svensson's A Philosophy of Loneliness, can make people overly critical of themselves and others, intensifying feelings of loneliness. Research shows that individuals with high standards for social relationships often experience more alienation, which prevents them from forming genuine friendships. Rather than waiting for the perfect person, embrace the fact that relationships can be messy, awkward, or even challenging at times. When we accept others' imperfections,
it becomes easier to bond with them on a deeper level. The next time you're hesitating to reach out to someone because they're not your ideal friend, try to look beyond surface differences.
Every connection is unique, and every friendship brings something valuable to our lives. Loneliness is a complex feeling, but it doesn't have to be permanent. By building a healthy relationship with yourself, spreading compassion, finding your tribe,
And letting go of unrealistic expectations, you can take meaningful steps toward feeling more connected.
remember, loneliness doesn't define you, and connection is always within reach. So, will you give these tips a try? Let us know in the comments which strategies you'd like to implement. And if this video spoke to you, please like, share, and subscribe. Sharing it might be the first step in creating a connection with someone else who needs it. Thank you for watching.